No, we're not talking. Yes, poetic justice. My nervous system is always on high alert. You know, when we're together and we're separate. You know, and I have to remind myself, like, that's because of him. That's because of him. Like, that I'm always worried. Why am I putting myself through that? You know, I don't want to do it anymore. So forget it. Being alone was scary. Yes, it is. Yep, for sure, Belle. It's a very hard adjustment, especially if you're financially dependent on someone. Yeah. That's why, you know, I love to just keep my independence. Like, alhamdulillah, I was able to do that. Like, just completely keep my independence. Like, you know, that if I have to leave someone, that I can be okay. I got to see parts of the world. Yes, Barbara. Yeah. 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 Stress hormones. Yeah, true, Wajiha. And there's just many problems, you know. Even when I was there, if I, you know, really wanted to leave and go back home and just be with him, and his aunt was begging for us to sleep over more or stay longer. Okay, well, just a little bit longer, a little bit longer. And I understand, I guess I don't understand the culture, you know? Like, I don't understand that. Because here, we don't stay long periods of time when we visit family. It's like a few hours. So it's like, and usually the husband and wife, if they want to retire back home after, it's not a problem. You know, so it was like always a struggle. And that's why I started resenting, because like he just always picked them, and they would always be like, I felt like, okay, we need our time. But nope, the very next day someone would be dinging the doorbell. And that's how life is there. I get it, you know, but it's just not for me. Yeah, true, Salish. Right, not overstay your welcome, true. No, they wanted like 2 days worth, like infinitely be there. Like just stay, just stay. Which I guess is like a thing of kindness, but like it's not respecting boundaries. Like they don't have boundaries, you know? Yeah, I would always say, you know, hey Meep, breathe it. Therapy, yes. I know. I need something, but I gotta fill my time and days with stuff like this, you know? I'll get on it. The problem is too, like, yeah, like I wouldn't have my CPAP a lot of the time. Like they were kind. I'm not gonna say they weren't kind, but like I literally did nothing but love him in the relationship, and I have to remind myself that I was not unfaithful, nothing. Very forgiving, very loving, you know? So, whatever. Yes. Mm-hmm. Exactly, Breeza. That's what I think too. Yeah. Personally, me, I wouldn't want, I actually don't want that pressure anymore. Like, I feel relieved. Uh-uh. Sorry, but your husband's family is like that with him, really? Yeah, we're more an individual. Like, we do have families here, obviously, and we do things with our families, but at the same time, yeah. Yeah, he's probably a catch there, exactly. So, have a life there. That's fine, whatever. You deserve the best from a man. Thank you. It is in a lot of ways a huge relief. Yep. 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 Right. Oh, for sure, Nubby. I, yeah. Yeah, I definitely feel like me insulting, you know, insulting the way I did was the last straw, but at the same time, like, that was wrong. But, like, he's said so much about my culture and, like, some family members of mine. It's like, it's okay for him. It's always okay for him to do whatever he wants. But me, it's not. And that's, like, I feel that's, like, the misogyny side of the culture. The men are always allowed to do whatever they want. You know, they can, but and it's more forgiven. Like, if a man is crude. When we would go visit his family, the men were allowed to smoke, chain smoke. All of them. The women had to go into Noor's house privately and hide smoking. Buy yourself something nice, love. You don't need that man telling you what you can and can't do. Thank you, Lonnie. Thank you so much for the super chat. I sure will. Thank you. I definitely got to plan some kind of fun trip for myself and for you guys, because obviously a big part of the reason I would do it is content. Yeah, I know George. He's very jealous. Pete's not a good traveler. He wouldn't want to. Just shitty culture. Yeah. The double standards, yep. Mm-hmm. And only a traditional woman would put up with that. Sorry, but it's true. So he's just gonna have to marry someone over there because it ain't gonna be someone from here. We don't put up with that shit. Very easily anyway. You know? Maybe, yeah, winter. You're right. That's a good way of putting it. Because it did get my mind completely off of the swordfish, the goblin fish, and I got to travel and whatever. You know? Like we always like soulmate, but a soulmate I don't believe would hurt you like that, would be unfaithful, would have you feeling badly in any way. Yeah. Very generic. Yeah, in a way. Most women don't have a choice but to deal with it. Yes. Once you marry, it's very, it's usually the women put up with a lot in those cultures. Yep. It's normal. You mean with flight, or I'd have to pay my flight to New Orleans? If I go to New Orleans, I want to stay at the Myrtles Plantation. It's apparently haunted. That would be fun. No, Breeza. Really? $12.75 US or Canadian? There's so much history in New Orleans. Messed up history, but beauty balcony. That would be fun. Eh? No, I don't eat alligator. I'm not into trying weird meat stuff, except for that shrimp there. Okay, where did you see that page? Do I enjoy hot places? Technically, no. But is that where bayous are? Bayou bees? Anyone live in New Orleans? Sorry, I just got emotional. Flotilla, welcome to Ruby's Already Sippies. Like, it just comes in waves. Like, panic. I just need a minute. Okay, bye, Tony. Noble Conqueror, I don't even know who you are, bro. I look like a magician. Alan Magoo, bippity boppity boo. Foodie fan. I need pearl earrings. Earrings? Yeah, I need earrings. Who's striking a pose? Hogwarts. Anyway. Well, HBO. Ow, my butt. What?